Welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 3. I'm Captain Yellowfin, and we are in our Germany HPP campaign on hard AI. I had to cut my last stream short, but I'm glad I can pick it up right now, and we can continue. Let's quickly recap. Not actually much happened. I think we only passed like 3 in-game, or not even 3 in-game days. We reorganized the Air Force a bit, basically to support the capture of Amsterdam, which is crucial so that we can continue our offensive against France. Our offensive in the west is actually split into 3 phases. Phase 1 in the Netherlands, Phase 2 was to reach and break the Allied front in the south of Belgium, which we have achieved, and Phase 3 is actually cutting off the forces tied up in the east of France and reaching Paris. Now, because we don't have the divisions of First Army, which was tasked with taking Amsterdam and defeating the Netherlands. Because we don't have these, I believe that's about 21 divisions as of now. Then we have some reserve divisions here, another 10. So roughly 30 divisions are basically lacking now to secure the flanks, while the armor would race towards Paris. So that's not possible until we have taken care of the Netherlands. So that was one thing we prepared in the last very short stream. And the other thing is, of course, Norway, where we haven't done very much now. We've just rebased some naval bombers. I will have them interdict, maybe. Let's see what we can do. They can also provide some intelligence. The plan for Norway is to move in an additional 5 infantry divisions into Trondheim. We'll not attempt another landing because the surface fleet is heavily damaged, but we can assemble a transport fleet, and with a little luck we can sneak into Trondheim undetected. We'll probably also have to redeploy the submarines. They can provide some intelligence for that operation. Now, the divisions earmarked for Trondheim are certainly 2nd Mountain Division and 17th Infantry Division. We have 2 more infantry divisions here, 1st Infantry and 4th Mountain Infantry. That would take care of 4 out of 5. So I'm thinking let's bring in 13th as well. So I'll strategically redeploy it. This is a commando or a leader with a commando trait, so we'll keep him. This should be a it's not a great leader. Those aren't the greatest leaders. This one is good, and these are good. Okay, so we'll leave these. We also have to think about whether to ship in an additional Corps HQ and an Army HQ. Yeah, well, this is an old guard leader. Let's ship in this corps. and the 7th Army. This corps, the 23rd, is already in Norway. Let's do it this way. Okay, so that takes care of Norway for the moment, but we do have to bring in some additional divisions urgently. And around Amsterdam, of course, we formed the 3rd Panzer Corps, which should take care of the surroundings. Hopefully, the idea is to use the armored forces here to obtain control of the surroundings of Amsterdam, so we can use the infantry to encircle the city and finally take it. What else? Yeah, in the south, in the south of Brussels, we aren't sure yet. We have pierced the Allied front, and it's very, very unfortunate that we don't have more divisions close by. So I'm really unsure about how to proceed actually here. And I did, at the very end of the last stream, I noticed another problem. We have a stacking problem. We're using too much of our air force here. So we should probably deal with that. So I want to pull away the naval bombers. And then we're using close air support. We'll use the medium bombers for the city, and we'll use close air support around the city. Maybe we can this way reduce the stacking penalty. I think our air force isn't really effective. Let's cancel this order. And in theory, I have interceptors on an air superiority mission over Amsterdam. Right now, they are struggling with 2 wings of Dutch close air support, so not sure what that is about. And we need to decide what to do here. Press on. The longer we wait, the more French are already moving, probably 2 corps at least, if not more. Probably 3 or 4 corps over to take care of this breakthrough. And the longer we wait, the harder it gets. However, mean, right now our flanks aren't threatened. If anything, we are pushing the allies away from the flanks, so we could probably consider actually pushing and causing more issues. One idea would be, instead of pursuing the main objectives, we could try to race towards the coast, as it happened historically, and try to cut off and encircle a number of allied divisions. And we would still stretch the front line for the allies. Another alternative would be to pursue Troyes as a primary objective and cut off the reinforcements, but then we're vulnerable because we only have one thin basically a thin line of units, can be attacked from both sides. But I'm very reluctant to stop the offensive here, because if we do that, then of course the French have time to move in more units. These divisions are deorganized, but they are part of the 6th Army. And the 6th Army is the breakthrough army. So I'm actually going to pull them off and tell them to relocate. Let's tell these 2 armor divisions to move south, and they will be replaced by 2 infantry divisions, taking over for the attack. Let's capture this airbase. Another idea would be to set up a defensive position along this river, but we're not really being attacked from the south, so that's questionable use. I think we have to wait with the attack on Paris. But maybe we can take advantage here. There is an unoccupied province here we could use to support the attack. Now let's see what we can do, and then most importantly, we have to take care of Amsterdam, because once we take out Dutch, then of course we'll have many divisions to use. We are wasting production somehow, but the AI should take care of that. Here we have a full strength infantry division, but it can't do anything. We have additional infantry moving in from reducing our own forces along the Moshino line. I'm thinking about actually pulling away an additional corps of infantry. Actually a pretty good corps, so let's bring this corps up north as well. The allies are pretty worn down here. Let's take a quick look at Norway. Where are the planes? Planes are bombing the militia. We have 2 divisions in each port. Maybe we could start exploring south, trying to close the gap. This is very bad. Transports are being attacked. Who are we fighting? It's the carrier group. Let's see if the naval bombers can do anything. They might as well. They are likely to bomb our own ships, but let's see, maybe we can drive them away and give our transports some time. Okay, transports managed to escape. Our bombers don't find the fleet anymore. We didn't actually take that much damage. These ships were damaged before. They were both down to around 30%. Only the 5th one took 7% damage. So for some reason it seems that the British aren't terribly effective. Okay, let's see. So here, let's see if we can support that attack. Let's see if we can support the attack on Brussels. Just wanted to quickly attack this stack here to see what the French are trying to move in. An armor division and the 1st Indian Motorized Division. Let's see if we can occupy this. They've moved in with medium armor. Problem is we don't have medium armor. Yeah, and I think we're about to spread our forces thin here. Let's see, where do we counterattack here? Maybe here? No. Why is it that we can't? We are here in Sertogenbosch, but we can't attack. I don't understand this. We're in Sertogenbosch, and they are being attacked from Rotterdam. But Sertogenbosch doesn't have a connection to Rotterdam. They do from here. But these divisions actually have a different task. So we'll have to do it this way then. Did the transports arrive? Yes, they did. So for 4 divisions, we need about 140, 150 in transport capacity. That should be enough. Okay. So redeploy. How is Norway? Driving away the militia. See if we can fight the Norwegian infantry. They aren't fully mobilized yet. Yep, French are moving in support. Let's see, maybe we can cut off Brussels. We're driving these units away, so we should be taking Antwerpen soon. And here we're closing the ring. We need more infantry. Pretty desperately. Okay. Nice, more units have arrived. This 5th Army. In my opinion, let's see. I think we have more divisions moving in here. So, in my opinion, this corps should move south immediately. Where's the 5th Army headquarters? Let's make sure it doesn't stay too far behind. Okay. Let's see if we can encircle Brussels. Still struggling around Amsterdam. French are moving reinforcements in. How is it that we're so such a bad position here? Well, we're moving in reinforcements. Kind of hard to see where all of our divisions are. I'm trying to redeploy the armored corps so that we can take one of these neighboring provinces here. Gouda would be nice. With Gouda I can take from Betuwe and Utrecht. So basically, hold on. And now I'm sending them to the wrong province. Should have sent them over to this province, that's where I actually wanted them. What's going on here? So I think we can pull one division south here. Finally. Okay, now one division has been cut off here. I hope I can free it soon. Maybe we can take Antwerp finally. It's not going too well here. We need more support. How about occupying the whole of the front? Or finally pushing the Belgians out of the Ardennes. Let's support that attack over here. Just moved in a fresh division. Need to wait 30 more hours. Be able to support this attack. Hold on, do we have anything? We have plenty of fresh divisions here. That's actually First Army. Let's see. Being under attack here again. Need reinforcements here. Let's see if we can bring in this infantry division quickly. We have divisions here. That's the motorized and armor. Let's see, maritime attack ordnance improved, rare materials, refining techniques. That's very it's most welcome because we are struggling with rare materials, although not as much as I expected. I quite aggressively expanded industry, so I was a bit worried about that. A spy was detected in the UK and in France and in Norway. Let's see. Is our Air Force any more effective now? Not really. Our interceptors are intercepting, but they aren't really protecting our bombers. And here we are preparing for the final attack on Amsterdam. And we have Brussels surrounded. We are in trouble here in Cambrai. Belgium capitulates. All seems lost, our troops are forced out of Europe, how could we still continue to fight? Belgium refuses surrender. That's a confusing message. Belgium refuses to realize. Okay, but that means, yeah, they capitulate inside of mainland Europe, but then they go into exile. Belgium refuses to realize that they have no other option but to surrender, although it's obvious that their troops are far too wary and they lack any financial means to sustain the army, they have decided to fight on. Not sure. Let me pull away this light armor division. Instead, I'll move in an infantry division. Trying to counterattack in this province to help out my armor. We're going to have to reinforce combat very urgently. What's going on here? Why aren't you attacking? Here. This is all First Army. Probably take care of this. Rare materials and steel production are ahead of time. We need agriculture, and we desperately need all the infantry technologies. We're a bit behind in certain technologies for some reason. Maybe I guess it doesn't really matter, we're too late anyway. Let's knock these down and let's see why. I think they have priority right now. Okay, we can work with this for the moment. Let's move in some additional infantry. Let's reinforce the front here. So we'll be faced with the same problem basically. We'll have to break through the French line again because they will be able to reform a somewhat organized front line. But we're of course in a better position because we're closer to Paris and we have deorganized them quite a bit. And we're taking out, I think, at least some French divisions and British divisions. We went into capture in the phases 1 and 2 of Schnecke. Let's see if we can finalize Schnecke 1. Let's see. Those are 3 excellent divisions for an attack on Dordrecht. And we support them. Let's see if we can get something going here. Let's counterattack to protect our infantry. And over here we can attack this way. For some reason this battle is going extremely poorly, despite us using armor and motorized infantry against infantry and militia. And we're improving the destroyer engines. And the United Kingdom appoints Winston Churchill, as they did historically, as a response to the failed Norwegian operations. And the Soviet Union continues purging their traitors. I think here we have to cancel this attack. So what we'll do instead, we will move the motorized infantry to Dordrecht as well, and then use it to attack north. Maybe this works. Let's see if we can get rid of all these enemies here by taking this province. And then we have more infantry here. Let's see if we can maybe get a direct attack off on Amsterdam. And I should check in on my submarines. Let's cancel this mission. And of course on the transports, Norway completely forgot about this. Okay, so let's load all of this. Let's go pick up these 3 divisions, and then we have a transport for Norway. Unfortunately, I don't think we can. Actually, we can. I think we can. I mean, some of the cruisers are still pretty damaged here, but maybe it's worth it to use it as a screen if we can guarantee the delivery of these divisions. Then we would actually have it would actually be a great advantage. Let's deal with the cavalry that's trying to cut us off here. Let's attack this way, so we can stop the Norwegian infantry. And we can research more. I think it's clear that we need to research all the infantry projects. Amsterdam is 54%. We should be taking Dordrecht, I hope. And then we have some better angles here to attack. There is more infantry coming in. Are we managing to reinforce this province finally? My infantry is moving very slowly here. To support this attack here so that the French motorized infantry retreats. Going to try to reinforce this province. Don't really want to give up territory if I don't have to. Why? Losing time here, people. We need to work together. Okay, so the French motorized infantry is pulling back. We are having some problems here with the tank and our light armor division counterattacking to protect Antwerpen. The allies are still shifting troops away because we still haven't cut off their mobility. So I think we took out the Belgians here. That province is secured. More infantry is moving in here. How about Amsterdam? Are we going to get anywhere here? Okay, so now we're too heavy. Why? $185. The headquarters are quite heavy, huh? Let's bring in an additional transport. Problem is, if we get attacked and they sink any of our transports, then we immediately lose divisions. So it would be better to have some reserve reserve transports. Now we did take a few additional airports. Problem is our those air support wings are extremely damaged and disorganized. So I'm not sure this will work out the way we thought it would. We have a medium bomber here. One wing anyway. How can they put up such a fight? It's just 2 divisions against 5 divisions. Norway is storming our beach. Really. That's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, those are the kind of things that make this game a little bit ridiculous from time to time. And we have a naval combat. We're fighting the one transport and I'm sending over. Great. Okay. Whatever. Don't want to have the troops to do anything anyway. Maybe, but probably damage my transport. But they might be landing British divisions. Who knows what kind of crazy things the AI has in mind. By the way, why? Yeah, we are being bombed, but it's not a big problem. But this is a big problem here. What's going on? Why aren't we moving in an absurd number of divisions? Let's counterattack this medium armor division, maybe take off some of the brunt, some of the pressure. What's going on here? So where is the transport? Ah, it's still here. It fled into Wilhelmshaven. Okay, I'm going to bring the Kriegsmarine. And what by the way, what's going on? Why are the naval bombers doing? Let's take care of this. And that's Those are all Norwegian ships. The Dutch will come to help. Let's see, where can we use our close air support best? Maybe here? Okay. We should be taking Dordrecht. Infantry is extremely slow. Slow to reinforce. Let's see. The landing here is stopped, it seems. I noticed the sound getting chopped up, so I'm gonna quickly restart the game. This happens sometimes. I apologize for that. By the way, I'm not sure the chat works. I'm having issues with seeing subscriptions and chat, so I apologize if I don't see your messages. Okay. It would be great if infantry would finally move in here into this province where I lose it. So we have additional infantry here. And we took Dordrecht. Now let's attack Gouda. Then maybe we can finally take Amsterdam. And then we have fighters here. Bombers, namely. Just going to use them to protect my front bulge. I meant to send over my transport. Fleet management is a lot more complicated than it should be. Unfortunately, 2 of our light cruisers took some damage against the Norwegians. So the attack in the east stops. We're taking control of the south and the west. And Amsterdam is still a big issue. Obscure reason. Who are you fighting? We're fighting one lonely French infantry division from somewhere. I actually want you to attack. That's at all possible. Amsterdam starts to look a little better. Now we need to guard the front line with infantry, concentrate the armor, and then execute the pushes according to plan, and then we should be pretty much home free. Hopefully we can do that in a reasonable amount of time. Let's see, here we have plenty of forces that we could actually put to use. Attacking Ghent. This is a very exposed province combat. Can be attacked from many sides. So this will need some special attention. Here we still can't support the attack. Okay. I think we're finally making some progress around Amsterdam. Here we're being counterattacked. That's okay. So we'll take off some power from or from around Amsterdam. I would like to know why they are doing so much better than we are. Not really clear to me why they do better. And here we are bombing the attackers to protect combat. Not doing too much damage. How about Norway? Try to make sure that we don't accidentally lose a port. And to that end. Okay, so now we should be able to load all these. Excellent. Just exclude this damage light cruiser, and we'll go with the fleet of just 9. Doesn't matter. Let's get going. Our naval bombers are tasked with bombing along the coast here. So I'm going to use this as scouts. There is a French fleet of some sorts. There are some subs operating off of Scotland. That's pretty much it. I think I should deploy more subs. I think some of them ran home to port. Maybe if I deploy more subs, I can draw away the allied fleets from my transport. I'm going to try to do that. Okay, here we have more infantry. Excellent. Okay, overall things are working out, I think. We've taken Amsterdam. Hold on, cancel. Dutch capitulate. Is this a fake capitulation like the Belgian one? I don't know. Let's read. With all of their homeland captured, the Dutch were forced to capitulate. All seems lost. Our troops are forced out of Europe. How could we still continue to fight? The Netherlands refuses to surrender. Okay, so I guess they don't really capitulate. Oh, I did make a mistake. Now I set a I remember setting a conquer war goal. I don't think I can change them afterwards. I actually don't want to conquer the Netherlands and Belgium. I want to puppet them. But I think it'll enforce the war goal that I selected first, which was to conquer. That's the subs on their way. What about transports? Are here, as is the surface fleet. So the idea isn't to land, because that takes time, and time allows the allies to move in their fleet, which is bad for me. So what I want to do is I just want to drop off my divisions in Trondheim, and I don't want to deal with a second invasion, and with the risk of losing surface units. So we'll just sneak along the Norwegian coast, try to drop off 5 additional divisions. Now, here we have to think about phase 3. First of all, let's actually switch off Schnecke 1. It's pretty much dealt with. Okay, and soon we'll be able to pull in First Army. That should actually take care of the push to Paris and Troyes. I was pretty surprised. I thought it was going to go worse here. I didn't expect them to hold that well and be able to push for as long as I was able to without having dealt with the Dutch first. Okay, so here we can start moving infantry north and pull armor division south. And then we can form up for the push on Paris. There is a British fleet here. I have to focus on this now for a while, otherwise I'm gonna forget about my fleets and they will get bombed to oblivion. Yep, the British have landed Marines. So far it's going well. Excellent. Now concentrate the armor. And then we need to think about the breakout here in the south. Shortest path would be through Saint-Quentin, Compiègne and Meaux. Yep, packages here. And I'll use the fleet to... Nice, okay, so let's see. There is a division. Let's see. Alright, so this infantry division will... Let's first make sure we're okay here. Terrain, we do have mountains in the south, so we'll use these mountain divisions on the offensive. One infantry division will cut them off here. Oh, we can't move here. Okay, so this infantry division can move north and link up with the 3rd Mountain Infantry Division. The 8th Infantry Division will guard Norwich. Pretty much everybody else will be on the attack here. Kaufmann is the weakest leader. He'll be tasked with the defense of Trondheim for the duration of the offensive. Leaves us with 2 more infantry divisions. One can go and reinforce 1st Mountain Infantry Division, and one can support the breakout here. So yeah, we have to hurt them into one corner. Systematically destroy units, and then we can think about getting control of the terrain. Now let's move back the transports. Okay, so here I think our job is pretty much done. I'll pull out the first armor core with priority, because I can use those very well in the south. And then the infantry will do the cleanup here. Oh, I've left one province unguarded here. It's probably not the best idea. There is a fleet moving, probably to intercept. Or a Norwegian expeditionary force. Let's see if we can attack and maybe cut off these two divisions along the coast. It's all about reducing the number of enemy units, I think. Moving out the course south, and we are in a naval engagement. Ooh, more damage taken. But who's here? I don't see the enemy. I don't know, is it a... It's probably a British heavy cruiser with some support. That's what I can see. Or maybe it's the Norwegians. But I think we are extremely lucky that we haven't lost any surface units except for transport so far. And we had quite a few naval engagements, particularly when we first tried to land. Okay, so now finally the Dutch are out of the war. I'm reorganizing my armor units. We have to think about the best strategy for the south. And we're improving our torpedoes. Nice. And spy got deleted. More infantry technologies. It's the only priority right now. The Norwegians are putting up a fight, of course. I should keep moving my fleet. I should probably send a division to Copenhagen. Okay, so where's the port? Is it here? No, it's here. So one division will take care of it. Let's detach it. Let's also detach this one. The rest of the corps will move south, I think. We'll leave 2 divisions in Amsterdam. We'll leave 2 divisions here as well. The rest will start moving south. We push here through Lille, Arras, Amiens, and Beauvais. We don't have to cross any rivers while pushing towards Paris. And this is a province we can attack from several angles, so I think this is where our main attack should take place. I did see a while ago that we could ask Sweden for military access. We can do that if we decide to. By the way, what's happening to our fleet? Ah! Yes, of course. Now we lose plenty of units. Basically on the last 200 kilometers that the fleet has to travel as part of this operation. Did we lose a battleship? Lots of destroyers, light cruisers. Excellent. Hopefully we sink another of their battleship. It's possible that we lose our ships to our own naval bombers. I don't really care for the transport so much, they're quite easy to build. I'll try to rescue my fleet. We didn't even sink their battleship, of course. I'm gonna have a very aggressive naval expansion going on, and I'll get my revenge. I'm going to have to do some port bombing. Yeah. Fleet sits here, does nothing. I don't know why that is. Why these fleets suddenly stop in the middle of the ocean and just sit around. I haven't really thought about Sea Lion. I don't really see it, for lack of a fleet. Anyway. We have a submarine flotilla that loses all strength immediately. Of course. Lose 10 subs in no time. What's going on? Is our fleet finally back? Or no? apparently. We're supposed to get a few destroyers. I think we have to aggressively expand naval building. Veteran army, increase organization regain. And Japan, we didn't check in on Japan and China in a long time. Japan annexed Shibei-Sanma. And nationalist China is about to fall. So that's actually nice to see. That's very nice to see. So maybe we can see a strong Japan in the Far East. So we're massively moving divisions to the south. And we're preparing for the attack on Paris. We should move some headquarters. So I don't have any naval assets at sea anymore. That's good. No micring and risk of losing more expensive things. Let's see if we can keep pushing the Norwegians. By the way, I'm actually going to keep the mountain infantry on the west side. I'll use just an infantry division here to drive them around or to drive them away. So I'm going to need a number of divisions to create an encirclement here. The last official wars hardly have ended, or the last official battles barely ended, and we already have to deal with rebels. By the way, AI is wearing down our fighters, so let's rebase them. We do have some cavalry divisions somewhere. We should actually be helpful here. Of course, they could do with a leader. We'll bring in some anti-partisan units. What's going on here? Oh, there are still some... I see. There's still some provinces that are unoccupied. Okay, so we're still gearing up here for the final attack on Paris. Let's check out the surrender progress. There's no surrender progress really. We also have to think about the war goals for France. We have thinned out, of course, our fences, but I don't think that's a problem. I don't see the French starting an offensive over here, as long as we're standing only 150 kilometers from their capital. Norway is going reasonably well. We did pay a bit of a price with surface units that we unfortunately lost. Here we're risking being cut off. I think overall the situation is now under control. Now with Schnecke 1 and Schnecke 2 almost completed. We do have to think about our flank. Maybe we should execute this push to encircle some more divisions, but that's mostly Belgian. But there could be British expeditionary forces. But I think all of that will take place in the next stream. I want to thank everybody who stopped by, and we'll continue with the final stages of the invasion of France tomorrow night. Thanks everybody, and take care.